Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing a new collaboration from Juvias Place. So it's basically a collaboration with Vanessa. I love Vanessa. This is what the eyeshadow palette looks like inside, and that's the packaging. It's very like her. She's very into the nudes, browns. Like, she's stunning, absolutely stunning. She came out with this palette and two lip glosses. So I've got these two lip glosses here. This is what they look like. So we have the shade Naomi. This is what the shade Naomi looks like, and then we also have Legit Nude. I can't wait to use this one because me and a nude lip gloss, we go together very well. So yeah, I can't wait to jump into this tutorial. We all know that Juvias Place, when they come out with a product or when they collaborate with somebody, it means that the person has something to offer, if you kind of know what I mean. And also, you know, their eyeshadow palettes are amazing. Their products are all round so good. So yeah, I can't wait to use this palette. Also, if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure you do, because that's going to mean so much to me. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So I'm going to start off with my skin as per usual, and for primer today I am thinking of using, what primer am I going to use today, please? Actually, I'm going to use my Huda Beauty primer, because I actually really like the way my makeup came out the other day when I used it. So I'm going to mix it with a Smashbox primer. This is the water jelly primer. Just going to pop that on my face. This primer is so good. Like, it makes your foundation sit on your skin. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. So I'm just going to go ahead and massage that into my skin. This primer literally does what the name says. Like, it's watery at first, but then it gets tacky. Like, it has like a jelly consistency. So next I'm going to be using my Smashbox Oil Shine Control Primer. I just like to use this one around my nose and where I've got pores. I'm going to be covering my smile lines using the only product I always use, and this is the MAC Paint Pot. So I just put that on my smile lines and let it dry for a bit, then apply my foundation. This stuff works wonders, and I learned this trick from Savannah. She is one of my favorite YouTubers, so you should definitely check her out. Just apply it there like so and let it dry, and then I move on to foundation. Foundation today, I'm going to be mixing two different foundations. I'm going to be mixing my Huda Beauty foundation in the shade Nutmeg and my Double Wear Estee Lauder foundation in the shade Deep Spice. I'll be going in with my Huda Beauty foundation stick first. Honestly, the coverage this foundation stick gives you is to die for. By the way, I'm blending it using a Huda Beauty foundation brush. I think this is a foundation brush, to be honest. But yeah, I'm blending it using this brush. And normally I like to push the product into my skin. I'm gonna add a little more around here. So this is what my face is looking like after applying the foundation stick. I think it looks pretty good, but I want more of a coverage, so I'm going to go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear. So I'm just going to shake it a little bit and then apply that to my skin. The only thing that annoys me about this foundation is the fact that it doesn't have a pump. So you could really just pour a little too much. What I normally do is just apply it at the back of my hand, like so, and then go ahead and use a small brush and just apply that to my skin. Then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in. This foundation is so nice as well. Like, can you see how it's making me glowy? Can you see that? Okay, so the foundation is looking good, so we're gonna go in with concealer. Guys, I haven't used this concealer in so long and I don't know why. I used to bang it out. Like, I used to bang it out. But yeah, it's the Instant Age Eraser in the shade Tan. This is from Maybelline. This concealer is so nice. As you can tell, it's literally brand new. I haven't used it in so long. Like, I feel like my last one finished and I just stopped using it altogether. But I've had this one here for the longest time, and only God knows why I haven't used it. I'll go ahead and use that today. You have to twist it a lot before it starts coming out. Hopefully I won't break it, because I've been twisting for a little longer than usual right now. Okay, there you go. It's coming out now. I'm going to be using this shade just to highlight first, and then I'm going to add another concealer on top of that like I normally do. So I'm just going to leave that there, and then I'm going to move on to my contour shade. So for contour, I'm going to be using my Juvias Place foundation stick in the shade Congo first. This one's a little dark, so I just like to go in a little bit with this one and then add Katsina. I just want a darker contour today, so yeah. So I just add Katsina on top of that like so. And I'm going to go ahead and blend my contour first. See, it's looking a little bit dark, but it's okay. We're going to work with it. I just feel like regardless of the product, like, you just have to make sure your makeup is blended properly and it will look nice. But if you're a beginner, please stick to a shade that isn't too dark, because you don't want it to be too complicated for you. And make sure that you blend this bit, because I always forget this bit, and then I'll set my makeup and sit here like, go. I'm now gonna blend the concealer. I've let it set for a while now, so the coverage should be really good. You see how it's giving me coverage for days. This is definitely a really good drugstore concealer, but it has a high-end feel. So basically giving you bougie on a budget. I like to blend around my mouth first and then go back in my foundation brush and just make sure that it's blended in properly, because we don't want to look crazy. And then I'm gonna go start under my eyes now. And I've said this in my last few tutorials, but what I like to do nowadays is drag my concealer out a little bit so that it can give me that snatched look. It normally looks something like this. Just gotta make sure you blend it properly, guys. Honestly, makeup is all about blending. You gotta blend whatever it is, eyeshadow, concealer, foundation. You just got to make sure you blend it properly if you want to get really good results. And that's why when you do your makeup in a rush, more times it doesn't come out the way it would come out when you take your time and do it. So once you're done blending, it should look a little something like this. Next thing I'm going to do is just apply my Brightening Concealer, and this is my Camo Concealer. I use this every time I do my makeup. It's in the shade Medium Warm. So I just apply it under my eye like so. And I'll just let that sit there, and we're going to move on to eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow primer today, I'm going to be using my Plouise base in the shade Rumour 4. Yeah. And then I will go ahead and blend it in. When I blend it in, I drag it out a little bit as well. The first shade I'm going to be going into is BSG, which is this brown shade here. I've already started doing it. All I did was just pack it on first. I did not set my shadow. You just want to pack it on and tap in whilst you're doing that, because that's going to help blend it as well. And I'm just going to drag it out a little bit. So something like this. It's the pigment for me. So you should have something like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and just blend the edges properly like so. So the next shade I'm gonna go into is the shade Stush. So this one, I'm just gonna use that to blend the edges some more. Then I'm gonna go back in with the first shade and just make sure that it is as pigmented as I want it to be. So basically it should look something like this. I want to add some glitter to the look, but I feel like I'm going to do it after I blend my under eye because I don't want the glitter to fall onto my concealer. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend it. I'm just using a beauty blender. It's not wet, by the way. And I'll also use that to shape my eyeshadow properly. So something like this. Let me bring this mirror closer so I can see what I'm doing properly. I don't know what it is with these beauty blenders. Like the one I normally use is quite soft even when it's not wet, but this one is really hard. I don't know why. Guys, this beauty blender is definitely not giving me what it's supposed to give, you know? I just feel like it's not giving me the coverage the other one gives me. I feel like I'm just gonna have to stick to my blue one because I'm not sure about this one still. But then at the same time, I might have to wet this one next time and see how it works. Yeah, I'm definitely not using this next time because it's basically absorbed all my concealer. I'm going to need to apply a little bit more. I know this is bright, guys. You don't need to have your under eye looking this bright, but I really like it like this. Yeah, I'm going to add some extra concealer to my under eye. Just a little bit. Like so. And I'm going to use my other one. I used this yesterday, so it's a little bit dirty, but we move. It does the job better than the other one, to be honest. But yeah, this is what we're working with. You see how this side is much brighter than this one? This is how I like it. I'm now going to set my under eye using my Mercier powder, and this is the translucent powder. I love this, literally love it. So I'll just go ahead and set my under eye with it. And then I'm also going to set my chin, basically the rest of my face, using the same powder. Not the rest of my face, but like my highlighted areas. So my chin, around my mouth and my forehead. And I normally just set the rest of my face using my Fuller bronzer. Basically this bronzer is not dark enough for me, so I use it as a setting powder. And just set the rest of my face in with it. I literally look so crazy right now, but guys, trust the process. Trust the process. I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, and then I'll be using the Huda bronzer from Benefit, and this is in the shade Toasted. I'm just gonna contour my nose first, and then I'm gonna bronze the rest of my face. You wanna make sure you blend it properly as well, or you're gonna look crazy. I normally bring it into my brows a little bit. This way it blends in with the eyeshadow some more. So something like this. And it blends in with your eyeshadow. And then to carve out my nose contour, I normally go in with my Mercier powder as well. But for this part, you want to make sure that the lines are super symmetrical, because you can look crazy if you don't. You might end up with a wonky nose. So I like to take my time and do this bit. So mine normally looks something like this, and then I add a little bit to the bridge of my nose as well. A little bit, like so. So this is what we're working with, and I'm also going to, what am I looking for? I'm also going to bake a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my glitter. So I'm going to be using my Huda Italia glitter in the shade eyeshadow. I don't know. This. So I will just apply my glitter liner to my eye. I might have put too much there. And I'll just use my fingers to just tap it in. And then I'm going to go in with the glitter. I'm also using my fingers for this one. Ooh, do you guys see that? I don't know about you guys, but I like the way that looks right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze the rest of my face. This bronzer is so nice as well. Like, it reminds me of the Fenty Beauty in Mocha Mami. Like, it has the same undertone. I love this bronzer. Like, look how chocolatey it's making me look right now. And I'm here for all of it. Using my Carter Beauty bronzer. It's by Melissa Carter. It looks like this. So I'm going to be using this darkest shade here. This is actually my first time using this blush. And it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I quite like it. So normally I just like to go in with the leftovers on the sponge and just carve out my contour some more. And then I'm going to go ahead and dust the powder off. I feel like I've baked for a little too long today. For my inner corner, I'm going to go back in with the colour Stush, so the orange shade, and just apply that in here like so. For my under eye, I'm going to go in with, do you know what, I don't know what shade to go in with. I'm going to mix these two and see what that gives me. Nah, I think I'm going to stick to the brown shade. Yeah, I prefer the brown one. So I normally apply it like this and then I go back in and blend it out. Because you can't just put it there and leave it. You're going to look crazy. For highlight, I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty highlighter. And these are the shades. I literally dropped one and it broke. So that was the end of that one. I'm going to be using this shade here. I love this highlight. Like, I honestly love it. Come see the glow. I'm also going to put some on the bridge of my nose. Okay, I think I put too much. Yeah, I did. I'm just going to add some mascara to my bottom lashes. And this mascara is from Poundland. Why do I always say Poundland? It's from Primark. Poundland, Primark, same thing. And I'm going to line my lips using my all-time fave Gosh lip liner. It's an eyeliner, but I use it for my lips. Did that even make any sense? But you know what I mean. On top of that, I'm going to be using my Latte Lips from MUA. So gonna have it like this first, and I'm gonna be using my Vanessa X Juvias Place lip gloss. I already know this lip gloss is gonna be so nice because I love Juvias Place's lip glosses. So just gonna add that on top. Now that's what we're talking about. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Get into it. How do you like this look? I think it came out really well. I love the eyeshadow. came out so nice. The pigment is amazing, so I highly recommend it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share, and I'll hopefully see you in my next one. Bye.